Good morning. Today I'm out in the Superstition Wilderness. This is the Dutchman Trail to start. I'm out here for a solo overnight backpacking trip and planned out about 20 something mile loop. And so about a mile in here and it's bright and early, so it should be fun taking you guys with me. So I started over there at the base of that tall cliff and came all the way down here, and then I am headed up around this right here. So kind of go up the backside, and that'll be the first bigger climb of the day. And then once I get past there, we're going, I don't know, probably 9 or 10 more miles to where I plan on camping. So all in all, kind of a long day. I think the total length of the loop is around 26 miles or so. And I'd like to get 14 or 15 done today. I always kind of like to front load it and get most of it done the first day. But no water today. Tomorrow there's going to be a spring where I'll be able to fill up. So I'm carrying 4 liters with me, and pack with food and water and all that weighs around 30 pounds. So not super light today, not super heavy, but yeah, got to make it through today and part of tomorrow with just the water that I have with me. So hopefully that should all work out good and should be a good day. All right, made it to the base of Miner's Needle. So we'll go up there, and then I think from there we'll go like northeastbound, but we'll see. So we're on Dutchman's Trail. We're gonna keep going up. Coffee Flat Trail goes this way, and I think we might maybe see that later on, but for now we're staying on Dutchman's and going up over the pass. Got a pretty good view of Miner's Needle from up here. And I came from all the way down there. So pretty good little climb. Gonna take a break here and get some food and then keep on going. For lunch we got tuna. It's not great, but get the job done. So if you haven't been backpacking a lot and you're kind of wondering what it's like, some great views, but you're gonna kind of have to be okay with like that. Lunch is done. Wasn't as bad as I made it sound. It actually was fine. Got a good little break. We're about 5.5 miles in, and gonna be continuing from Dutchman's, and then now we're gonna go on the Whiskey Springs Trail and head to the north. Hopefully get about 10 more miles today. We'll see how it goes, but feeling good so far. Kind of a cool view from here. We got Miner's Needle, and then we have Weaver's Needle over there. On the way back tomorrow, we'll be going pretty much right past that. So kind of a long loop. When you get up high, it puts it into perspective, but should be fun. All right, I am done with the Whiskey Springs Trail and gonna be getting on to the Red Tanks Trail next. And this is kind of exciting because everything up to this point I've already done before today. And starting on the Red Tanks Trail, we're kind of getting into the area that I have not been to in the Superstitions yet, so that's exciting. And the trail goes that way and it looks really pretty and cool up there. So pretty excited for this section, getting into the new stuff, about almost 7 miles in now. So getting a little hot, but keeping going. About halfway up this pass, taking a little break. The trail's gotten significantly harder. Not super crazy steep, but just really narrow, really overgrown. So just pushing through lots of bushes and thorns and all sorts of things. But it's kind of slow going through this pass, but making some progress. Gonna keep going. I'm not really sure where it goes after this. I think it turns kind of more to the north, but I don't know exactly where it does that. So we'll find out, I guess. All right, made it all the way up that canyon. That was tough. I think it took me a little over an hour to go like 1.5 miles. So definitely slow going. Now I'm at the intersection of Red Tanks Trail and Hooley Bacon Trail, which I've never heard of before. But now I have the option to either go north or south. Going north is a bit longer of a loop, or I can go south for a little bit shorter of a loop. So I think just because of how long that last section took, I'm going to go south and try and shorten this up a little bit. I need to be back tomorrow. So I think I'd like to do the northbound maybe a different time when I have an extra day. But yeah, that section that I just did took quite a bit longer than I thought. Definitely kind of tough. So gonna take the southbound route. I still think that I'll be able to find some water on the southbound route too. I'm not entirely sure, but either way I have enough, so be all right. And we're gonna go ahead and go southbound towards Red Tanks Divide. So I think that might be a cool spot to camp. I think it's a high point, so we will see what that looks like when we get there, but headed south. All right, I'm at the spot where I thought that I would find water earlier, but as you can see, not really any water around. So a little bit of an interesting situation. I'm about 10 miles away from the trailhead and still have more than half of my water left, but I'm not sure if I want to continue through the loop, or what I could also do is head back and go back the way that I came and then spend the night somewhere out there and finish it tomorrow. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, because right now the Superstitions are really, really dry. So I think this was probably my best bet for finding water, and I don't really want to like get halfway through tomorrow and not have any. So I'm gonna go towards where I came from, find a spot out there, and then get set up for camp tonight, and should be pretty cool. I haven't camped this far out in the Superstitions before, so yeah, be interesting. I'll find a good spot and set up. All right, surprise, surprise. We're back at the junction of Red Tanks and the Hooley Bacon Trails. And it's getting kind of late in the day, so I just need to like make a decision and stick with it at this point if I want to make sure that I'm back tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is head back down the valley that I climbed up, the one that took forever, but get back down to there. There was a campsite at the bottom of it, and so go back down the valley and set up at that campsite, and that'll set me up for a pretty easy day tomorrow. So yeah, kind of interesting how things go. I think I really like the idea of that north loop that I wanted to do, but I'll just need to come back and do it when I have like 2 days or 3 days, and then just bring a little more water. But I don't know. Lived in Arizona for a long time, and long enough to know that if you're not sure about water and stuff like that, especially in the middle of the desert, yeah, it's not really a mistake that you want to make. So, yeah, I'm by myself out here too. So, gonna go back down the valley to that campsite, set up there, and should be a good night. Such cool views coming down this. I didn't really get to see this coming the other way, but now I'm headed that way. So it's cool. This is what I was talking about earlier. Talking about how this is a slow section of trail. Very overgrown, pretty steep and rocky, but slowly making our way. Lots of prickly stuff too. Definitely got lots of new snags on my clothing and stuff from pushing through all those branches, little bushes and stuff. It is a lot of prickly stuff out here, and sometimes you don't see it between the rocks and stuff. But man, the views in the desert kind of make it all worth it, because like, look at this. Yeah. It's a prickly landscape, but it's a really pretty landscape at the same time. All right. We have made it back down that pass. We're at that intersection that I wanted to camp at, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a nice spot. That was tough. I think it was even harder going back on that last trail than it was going when I did it earlier today. Yeah, took a while, and tons of just pokey stuff, snagging all my clothes. It's frustrating sometimes. Like, you think hiking's all about just like being in shape and, you know, having good cardio and stuff, and that's definitely a big part of it, but you know, sometimes it's just annoying. Get on a trail and it's all loose rocks and stuff, and you're slipping and sliding into stuff and getting poked, and it's not fun. But it's just part of it, I guess. I think I have a plan for how I want to do what my original plan was today. I think it would be easier if I did it the other way around, because I know that there's a reliable water source. And if I do it the other direction, I'll get to that point a little bit sooner. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do next time, because I do want to complete this loop. I've done a lot of hiking out in the Superstitions, and yeah, that section was probably the slowest section that I've done before. So yeah, sometimes it's kind of tough to just plan for a certain mileage that you think you're gonna do, and you don't end up actually hitting it. So anyway, that's all what it is. Just happy to be in camp, and gonna get some food. Got some chili for now, and then I'll make some actual dinner later on. But yeah, I'm happy to have the pack off, happy to just be sitting here chilling out, and yeah, gonna enjoy my evening here. Sun is setting, as you can see. Looks really pretty, but can already tell it's gonna be kind of cold tonight. Starting to feel a little bit chilly, and it's not even fully dark yet. So I'm gonna get started on putting the tent up, and then probably gonna make dinner. I had that chili earlier, it was really good, but gonna make a little bit more food as well. And then just gonna settle in for the night. Should be really nice. I guess there was a little chance of rain tonight, so I'm probably gonna put the rain fly on, but I mean, it's like pretty blue skies, so we'll see. But I guess I'd rather just put the rain fly on and not have to worry about it. So gonna do that, get set up, and then get some food. So yeah, honestly, pretty great evening. Great views all around. Got the tent all set up. It's from Nemo. I really like it. I think it's the Dragonfly 2-person tent, and gives me enough room for myself. And then I normally bring my backpack and stuff in with me, which is nice because then I don't have to worry about anything happening with all that. So 2-person tent's pretty nice. I didn't stake it out, just kind of used some rocks and stuff. I don't think it'll get too windy or anything. So a lot of times I don't stake it out because that just makes it a lot easier to pack it up in the morning and get going. But yeah, it's good to get that done. And now I can just kind of chill out and make some dinner and then get ready for bed. I got beef pasta and marinara from Peak. Should be pretty good. I've had this one once before, and I liked it, so we're going with it again. Go ahead and get the stove out. And just like that, dinner is cooking. Just had to boil some water, and then I'll let it sit in that pouch for about 10 minutes, and it'll rehydrate. It's freeze-dried meals, so it's just got to sit in there for a while, and then it'll be ready to eat. And it's nice because it's warm. So super easy and tastes pretty good. So easy dinner, and then we'll be headed into the tent pretty soon. All right, let's try it. Yeah, that is nice. Show you what it looks like. So, looks kind of weird, but it is pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna eat this, and then we'll get set up in the tent. Gonna get the sleeping pad going. Got a Nemo tensor pad that I've been using. Like it a lot. And sleeping pad is all set up. Next, gonna be using this sleeping bag tonight. It's a 25-degree bag, and I think tonight it's gonna be down around 40. So should be plenty warm. And yeah, gonna get that set up and then get tucked in. I am all ready for bed. Think I'm just gonna put on a podcast, something like that, chill out, and go to sleep. And then tomorrow we'll be on the way back. So that should be good. And good day today. even though I didn't get all the way where I wanted to go. I think I know a lot better of a plan for what to do next time. So I'll definitely be back in this area soon to finish that. And yeah, it's been good. So I'm gonna go to bed and I'll talk to you in the morning. Good morning. It's around 7:30. Last night got kind of cold, but that was around like 3 in the morning. Outside of that, it was pretty comfortable. So I think now it's time to start getting packed up and we will get going. It's always tough getting out of the sleeping bag, but it's time to go. I am back at the intersection of Whiskey Springs and the Dutchman. So all I gotta do now at this point is get all the way back down to the base of Miner's Needle, way down there. And then from there, it's about 3 miles back to where I'm parked. So making pretty good progress. And yeah, it looks like just maybe 800 or 1,000 feet of downhill and then pretty flat from there on out. So we're gonna get going. And that was the last little climbing section. I can see the parking lot from here. It's all downhill, so pretty much made it back. But overall, I mean, interesting trip. It's superstitions are tough. I went slower than I thought that I would, especially once you start getting far back into there. The trails get a lot tougher. You can definitely tell that people don't use them very often. It's a ton of pushing through bushes and all sorts of spiky desert stuff. So yeah, I guess lesson learned, don't expect to go quick through these trails, especially once you get farther back there. So I guess even though I didn't do the trail that I wanted to do or the whole route that I wanted to do, still, I think good lessons learned about climbing out in the desert, backpacking out here. It's pretty tough. So definitely gives me something to think about, and I think learn some lessons about how to plan a route back here, and just the importance of knowing which water sources are reliable and which ones are not. And I think for next time, definitely want to come back again and complete this route. But yeah, overall, it's tough backpacking out here when you're solo. So I think even though maybe I potentially could have done the entire route, I think that a lot of times when you're by yourself, you know, there's nothing wrong with leaving some stuff to do next time. So even though I didn't get the whole route done, still always really fun to come out here, really pretty. And yeah, tough landscape, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, love coming to the Superstitions. So I'm gonna finish up, head back to the car, and I think I'll close this out here. So I will see you next time. Probably be back in the Superstitions again. Maybe we'll try and finish this route, or maybe do something different. But we'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.